So you got your start, in the business. You briefly mentioned you started training. Tell me about, the process of becoming a wrestler because it's not a joke. It's not easy, you know.
No, see, when I first, like, I go to the shows and I was talking to guys and everything, and Sting told me, "You better think about it, kid." I was telling him I was gonna be a pro wrestler, and I didn't understand what he meant. I'm like, think about it. What do you mean, think about it? And then when you get in the business, then you really realize what he means. It's like the journey getting there is funner than the destination because you hang out with your friends, you're on the road, you're having a ball, you're doing this and this and this. But then once you make it, then you got all the backstabbers. Then they got guys trying to cut your throat because now you're trying to take their spot and they don't want to give up their spot. So guys are going to stab you in the back and cut your throat. So that's the downfall of making it.
It seems like you have to earn your keep and you have to earn your stripes by constantly hustling, whatever you have to do to move up the
Well,
ladder.
I'm not the kind of guy who's going to cut your throat. My whole thing was I'm going to go out there and tear the house down. And my thing was to push everyone else. Hey, come on, let's go out there. And when someone would come back and like they were all complimenting, oh, this match was great. I'm like, all right, I got to step it up now because I'm going to go out there and try to top that one. So that was always, but again, there's a pecking order on how matches should go, and it's all changed.
It's definitely evolved from the 80s and 90s.
Because like
So
when I started, I was one of the smallest guys.
mm,
And like when I started, I was 175 pounds when I first started. Then I got myself up. I remember I just got over 200 pounds, and I'm thinking, all right. And I was still the smallest guy, and I still needed to put size on. And I worked with Rip Rogers was working with us,
mhm.
and he was getting us ready. He was teaching us about TV and all that, and he was going to take us to WCW. And he goes, "I would take you, but right now you're too small." He goes, "You put a little bit more size on, and I'll take you down there." And the next time I seen him, I put some size on, and I got to go down to WCW and do some jobs. I worked with Vader and Earthquake, which was cool. Vader was in. Everyone talks about how stiff Vader was. Vader was easy as could be on me, and
Mm.
he didn't give me those punches in the corner or anything. I don't know if maybe Harley told him, "Hey, don't hurt this kid," or what, but he didn't hurt me.
He was a massive guy. I mean, like what, 350 pounds?
Well, I mean, you felt it. He laid it in, but it was safe. So I ain't gonna
Yeah,
complain about that.
big guy. I mean, he was in Japan for many years, and like you said, he was in WCW, then went to WWE, had a run there, and just I think he got inducted into the Hall of Fame late last year or 2 years ago, I think.